Hey, we're back with the Soldiers Family TV and Radio Network, the first true live internet TV and radio show in the world. Some great shows coming up next week. Where's My Brother? A Vietnam tribute. You know, we like to read the General Westmoreland report about the truths and myths about Vietnam and Vietnam veterans. That's just part of it, but it's also a welcome home to let people talk about their experiences. Great new shows coming on the board. We want to thank again the Illinois Center for Broadcasting, Internet Streaming Corporation, Bob Mills. Hi, Bob. Alex Lacercio, thank you so much. Tim White, Patrick Johnson, everybody here today. Right now, with me, Colonel Burbulis. Did I do it right?
Perfect.
Oh, I'm getting me there. And Achet Edict. What did I just say?
Achet Edict.
Achet Edict. There you go.
Is Arabic for great.
Great.
It actually translates to by your hand, and so it's an act.
So we're going to buy my hand.
It's a statement of celebration.
Okay.
Like way to go.
And actually, one of the little guys studied at El Aqain University in Morocco and visited several of the countries while he was there in language immersion. And a shout out to our friends at the Defense Language Institute at the Presidio of Monterey. See you soon. We're going to be out there in a little bit. Colonel, tell us what you do, what you're doing here today, what's going on?
Well, I followed Major General Wells here.
Hi, Major General Wells.
And you pulled me on the air.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
As an operations officer, I'm responsible for all of the things that go on with mission and with training for not only the soldiers of my brigade, 3rd Brigade based at Fort Sheridan, but also the soldiers that we train who are preparing to deploy. So as you know, a unit, a business has to run on a daily basis. It also has to go out and perform its duties, and I'm the central node for that. I take the commander's expectations and intent, and I put them into training plans and mission plans, and we go out and train those units. Our job is to train deploying units at the battalion and brigade level on how to interact.
And can you tell our audience possibly how many people are in a brigade or a division?
Depending on the size of depending on the size of the brigade, it can be anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000 soldiers.
4,000 troops.
And then at the battalion level, it can be anywhere from 600 to 800.
And what we always find fascinating is that people throw these terms around, we just forget. So, you know, to re-support that, it's like, yeah, it could be 2,000 to 4,000. Oh, kind of forgot that just to go through it. Originally, may we ask where you're from and where have you been in this world?
Well, I was just asked that question on my travel here by Major General Wells, but actually, I have strong roots here in the Chicagoland area. But I was born in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, the son of an Army soldier, and we were deployed in several different countries and many different base stations. I graduated from the University of Illinois and its ROTC program.
Wow! Say hey to the Armory folks down there. There we go.
Indeed, and then I served the Army in many different capacities and many different assignments. But I am very proud to say that my Greek roots came from Ellis Island on a train straight to Chicago, and they never left. I'm the 2nd generation of Burbulis men to have served this nation. My uncle retired a 3-star general. My father, before me, retired a colonel.
Wow.
And I will soon retire as the 2nd Colonel Burbulis in the world. And it's been an honor, an absolute honor these past 30 years.
How about a shout out to your friends and family and the troops around the world?
Well, first of all, I have to extend my sincerest gratitude, my prayers and thoughts to every American, whether they are a soldier, a service member, or civilian, doing our mission worldwide in harm's way. Continued success on your mission and safe return home. To my family, which is very geographically dispersed, my youngest daughter is a sophomore at Boston University, and my oldest daughter, Mary, is down under in Sydney, Australia, studying at
We're going to send her the show. Hi, Mary.
That'd be great, thank you. And of course to my lovely bride-to-be, Julie Finnegan, who without her love and support, it would have been a very long tour for me in Iraq, from which I just returned.
And again, we stop the show and say, welcome home, sir.
It's a pleasure. And
welcome home.
Thank you very much.
You're getting better than that. Right next year, can you introduce the captain right here real quick?
This is Captain Sheets.
Morning, Captain.
Morning.
And she probably has one of the most difficult jobs in the Army, and that is trying to make sure that she corrals a 2-star general and he's on time everywhere he goes.
Okay, but I want to just slow the show down just a little bit and let me show you what a true leader does. And the first thing that Major General Wells did was to walk off the set and to make sure that his staff was in focus on camera. Thank you, General. The sign of a true leader, always supporting his staff. That's America. Captain,
Hi.
what are you doing here today?
Well, as
Have you already been busy? You're already driving around Chicago? You got things to do? And everybody turns to you and goes, now what do we do? Now what do we do?
Exactly.
Okay. And it's like, oh, ask Captain Sheets. Okay. So,
That's true.
And today we're off early. We're here today. And your background, how did you get involved in the United States Army?
Oh, actually, I was a corpsman in the Navy. I was prior enlisted.
Go Navy!
And also, I was prior enlisted in the National Guard. So
Wow.
I didn't try the Marines or the Air Force yet. So
So you're getting there.
yes, and then my MOS is a Medical Service Corps officer.
And can you tell our civilians again, and for those who may not remember, what an MOS is?
MOS, it's our
Military
Mil-
occupational specialty.
and it's
Okay.
our what we do in the military.
So if you're in communications, if you're a heavy equipment operator, your MOS would be as such.
That's correct.
Okay, so we try to get that out there, even though that you do it every day. A lot of people watching the show for the first time at sftbr.com. You had to put that in, right, Steve? Okay, and then now yourself, where are you from?
I'm actually from California.
Yay!
Southern California.
What part? What part?
Orange County,
Orange.
Fullerton.
Orange. Anaheim.
Anaheim,
Tustin.
yes.
Here we go.
That's
Anaheim
correct.
Hills. Hi to everybody out there. In fact, Loretta's not far from you in San Diego.
I know. When she was talking, I was thinking maybe I can visit her in San Diego. It's about 3 hours away.
It's not
so
far.
2 hours.
Yeah, just to go through it. And now today, tomorrow, next week, what are the plans? And now you have a brigade, a battalion that's depending on you to take care of the staff. They're going, where are you going with Major General Wells? And is it top secret stuff when people talk to you and you really can't talk about it kind of things?
No,
If we're not out of line here.
It just
Okay.
depends.
Just making sure.
For this weekend, it's a very action-packed weekend because he's going to be going to different events. He's judging a barbecue contest, so he's going to be eating a lot of barbecue. I don't know if people know, but the general actually is from Lockhart, Texas, and it's one of the
Go,
it's the
Texas!
barbecue capital of the world.
And next week, maybe we'll ask you to schedule a call in. We're going to actually be on the VFW Hour, the state of Illinois, over 110,000 members in Illinois, with our state commander, Bill Phillips, our state adjutant, Vietnam veteran Terry Vance, and the CEO and founder of Sport Clips, Gordon Logan, who has personally helped donate over $750,000 so our troops can call home Operation Uplink. So Texas, Georgetown, Texas. So go Texas. Who else is out there? Ed Gossett at Texas Motor Speedway coming to see you. Jack Barnes. There you go. The Gold Star War Memorial. We actually did a show right out of Amarillo, Texas, with 1,800 Gold Star families, and we actually have a Gold Star Hour coming up this month. So go Texas! You like Texas. And this weekend, what's going on this weekend without giving away, top secret stuff? There's Courtney. Hi, Courtney.
Basically, he's also visiting our soldiers at Fort Sheridan and at Arlington Heights. So the general likes to visit the different soldiers from the 75th, making sure that they're okay and they know who he is. He knows them personally, and if there's any awards that. If somebody's getting promoted, he loves doing that stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Well, a shout out to our friends up there with deep respect to General Hanley and Lieutenant Colonel Aycock, and our friends at Highwood who support Fort Sheridan every single day, every single minute. We appreciate that. How about a shout out to your friends and family and brothers and sisters around the world?
I'd like to say hello to my family in California. Hi. And also, I do want to thank everybody, military personnel all over the world who is serving our country. Thank you very much.
And the young man standing next to him, can you introduce Sergeant Beatty, please?
This is Sergeant Beatty. He's one of our public affairs officers.
Come on in.
NCOs.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank
Good
you,
morning.
Captain.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. And coming through. And you got the big camera here. Now, does this have film or is it a digital thing?
It's digital.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, a Old guys like me still got film and 8 tracks. You know what I'm saying?
I still have those too.
Okay, so we're good. And Sergeant, where are you all from? How long you been doing this here?
Well, I'm from Beaumont, Texas. and
No,
I
okay,
just-
it's Texas Day.
Yes,
You notice
it is.
that?
Sure.
It's like we're at the auto show. Everybody's from Fort Campbell. Yeah, okay, so it's Texas Day. Okay.
And
What
I-
part of Texas?
I'm from Beaumont, Texas. It's on the Gulf Coast.
Okay.
Yeah, about 30 miles from the Gulf of Mexico, actually.
And
the
how did you-
Louisiana border.
How did you get? Is this called a DMA? Am I saying that right? Or it must be another part of one of the other militaries. Okay.
Oh, okay.
How did you get involved with this equipment?
Well, actually, I've been a journalist for 35 years. I've been
Oh,
in the
good. You can
military
run
for
the show. Come
35
on over
years.
here. I'll stand here. Here you go. Hit the buttons. Here you go. Get
And
something
I've,
done here.
I've just become affiliated with the 75th. I was with Forces Command in Georgia for about 20 years, and now I'm with the 75th.
So you got 20 years in Georgia and 20 years here. You involved there. It makes you 68 years old.
Well, I'm not quite that.
Okay, so I'm not good at math. I'm not that good at math.
That's
but
okay, I
you've been
forgive
in
you.
the Army for how long?
About 35 years, actually. Oh, and I have one more year to go. I'm retiring, as a matter of fact, next year. So I'm retiring.
There's a
with
show
the
we should do.
35th.
Let's go to the retirement party. You know,
Yes.
that could be
And-
funny.
And this has been a good experience because this is my first travel with Major General Wells and the crew,
And Captain
I'm
Sheets
excited
and Carl
about it.
Burbulis and
Yeah.
over there in front, Command Sergeant Major Thomas
Sergeant
Luther
Major.
Thomas, am I right? Okay.
And I'm pretty excited about working with the 75th, and I'm going to do my best to make.
We
it
like the
shine.
75th.
Absolutely.
How about a shout out to your friends and family and brothers and sisters around
Well,
the
I'd
world?
like to give a shout out to all the military personnel and their families in the world because they're doing a great service to our country, and of course their families are very beneficial as well for working with them.
What
and
words of
letting them-
encouragement might you say? There's a mother, and I meet these people every day, and they said, my son or daughter just got their orders to be deployed, and they're a little nervous. What might you just say to them? Now, you've been around for 30 years and probably been a few places. What might you say to that mom or dad, sister, brother, husband, wife, to let them feel more comfortable how our military is treated around the world and that they'll be back home soon?
Well, the best thing that I could say to a young soldier is to follow orders. The Army is very structured, and if you follow orders and you listen to your superiors, then you'll do well. But if you don't follow orders, then sometimes things happen. But following orders is probably the key to being a good military person.
Final
Military
shout out
soldier.
back to Texas.
Yes. Hello, Mom, Dad.
There you go.
Y'all didn't think I'd make it here, huh?
To go through it. There's a young man standing behind the camera. We're going to drag him up here right now. Come on up, say hi. And Sergeant,
Thank
if
you.
you'd introduce him, please.